Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear student, so far we have derived the radius of hydrogen. Now we will discuss the energy of the electron. Energy of electron. When electron revolve around the nucleus, it has kinetic energy, that is due to the motion, as well as the potential energy due to the force of attraction between the electron and proton. So kinetic energy is given by it is due to the motion of electron. It is given by Ke is equal to half mv square. By putting the value of v square from equation number 4, v square is equal to z square over 4 pi epsilon naught r. Put in above equation. So we will get the Ke is equal to half m z square over 4 pi epsilon naught into r. So in this case, that is 4 pi epsilon naught r into m. So this m become cancelled out. We will get the, that is z square over 4 to the 8 pi epsilon naught into r. This m become cancelled out. So we will get the z square 4 to the 8 pi epsilon naught and the r. Now we will get, that is the Ke value. This is the equation number 7. Now the potential energy. It is due to the force of attraction between the electron and proton. As we know, the Coulomb force is given by that is Fe is equal to Z square over 4 pi epsilon naught r square. That is from equation 2. We will get this value. So that is Coulomb force is given by equation 3. F is equal to Z square 4 pi epsilon r square. Now multiplying both sides by r, we will get the Fe into r is equal to Z square over 4 pi epsilon naught r square into r. This is equal to work. You know, force into distance is called the work, and this work is equal to the potential energy, and this r become cancelled. So we will get the potential energy is equal to minus Z square over 4 pi epsilon naught r. This is the equation number 8, where negative sign shows the force of attraction between the electron and proton. So we can say that we just put it here negative sign because of the force of attraction. So potential energy is equal to Z square over 4 pi epsilon naught R. And the total energy is given by it is the sum of Ke and Pe. So we can say that En is equal to Ke plus Pe. This is the equation number 9. Now by substituting the value of Ke and Pe, values of Ke and Pe from equation 7 and 8, we will get that is En is equal to Z square over 8 pi epsilon naught R minus, because plus minus minus, we will get the Z square over 4 pi epsilon naught into R. This is the kinetic energy from equation number 7. This is the potential energy from equation number 8. Now taking common, we will get that is Z square over 4 pi epsilon naught, that is the R value, and now we have that is Z square 4 pi epsilon naught R. At here we will get the that is 1 by 2 minus 1. Now taking LCM, 4 pi epsilon naught R, that is the 2, this is the 1 minus 2, so you will get the Z square over 4 pi epsilon naught R, this is the minus 1 by 2. Now you will get the Ze square divided by 4 to the 8 pi epsilon naught R with the negative sign. Now by putting the value, this is the energy, by putting the value of R from equation 6, that is En is equal to minus Z square divided by 8 pi epsilon naught, and then that is the N square H square epsilon naught divided by pi M Z E square. This is the value of R which we have already derived in radius. That is the N square H square epsilon naught pi M Z E square. Now rearranging the equation, we will get that is minus Z square Z E square pi M divided by pi M Z square, and in this case 8 pi epsilon naught square multiply by N square H square. This is the total energy of the system. Now Z becomes square and E square become 4 times, pi become cancelled out, so we will get that is En is equal to Z square E4 m divided by, because this pi cancel with this pi, and then 8 epsilon naught square h square, and this is the n square. That is z into z, z square E4 m 8 epsilon naught square n square h square. Now, in this case, we will have the E4 m divided by 8 epsilon naught square h square multiply with the z square over n square. This is the En value. That is the total energy. Now, this is a constant value. Let K is equal to E4 m divided by 8 epsilon naught square h square. So K is equal, by putting the respective values, 1.6 10 to the power minus 19 multiply by 9.1 mass of the electron 31 kg 8.85 10 to the power minus 12, that is the square, and this is the 6.625 10 to the power minus 34, that is the square. So you will get K is equal to 2.18 10 to the power minus 18 joule per atom. Put in this equation, that is 10. This is equation number 10. Put in equation 10, we will get the En is equal to minus K Z square over N square, or minus 2.18 10 to the power minus 18 joule per atom into, that is the Z square over N square. This is the value for the numerical purpose. So we will get this value, that is the En value. That is 2.18 10 to the power minus 18 Z square over N square. So we can calculate, for example, this is the per atom, but if you want to convert it into the per mole, then per mole we can change minus 2.18 10 to the power minus 18 multiply by per atom, that is Avogadro number 6.625 6.625 6.022 10 to the power 23 divided by 1000. This is the Z square over N square, and it becomes En is equal to minus 1313.3 kilo joule per mole into Z square over N square. So you can calculate. Why we divide by 1000? Because we want to change this joule into kilo. Why we multiply with the Avogadro number 6.022 10 to the power 23? Because we want to change atom into mole. So multiply this one. We will get the 1313.3 kilojoule per mole Z square over N square. If for hydrogen Z is equal to 1 and if N is equal to 1, then E1 is equal to minus 1313.3, and in this case 1 square divided by 1. We will get the first energy, which is 1313.3 kilojoule per mole. So this is the first energy. Similarly, if you put the 2 value, you will get the second energy. For 3, you will get the third energy, and so on. Now the quantized energy. According to Bohr model, when electron jump from lower orbit to higher orbit, it will absorb energy. And when it will come back, it will emit the same amount of energy. This energy is called the quantized energy, and according to Bohr, delta is equal to E2 minus E1. For example, if n is equal to n1, that is the first orbit, energy become that is E1 is equal to minus E4m z square divided by 8 epsilon naught square h square and then n1 square. This is from equation number, that is the 10. Now in this case, E4m z square 8 epsilon naught square h square n square, that is from equation 10. Now if n is equal to n2, then energy becomes E2 is equal to minus E4m z square divided by 8 epsilon naught square h square and 2 square. By putting these values in above equation, that is, this is equation number 11, by putting the values of E1 and E2 in equation number 11, we will get, that is, the delta E is equal to E2 minus E4m z square over 8 epsilon naught square h square and 2 square minus minus plus. So in this case, this is the E4m z square divided by 8 epsilon naught, this is the minus and this is the minus, so it become plus 8 epsilon naught square h square, this is the n1 square. How to get this plus? Because this is the minus and this is also the minus. Minus minus become plus. Now taking common from this system, we will get delta E is equal to E4m z square over 8 epsilon naught square h square and 1 square minus E4m z square divided by 8 epsilon naught square h square and 2 square. This is the rearrangement, that is plus sign first and then negative sign. Now E4m z square over 8 epsilon naught square h square 1 over n1 square minus 1 over n2 square. You can see this is the energy when electron jump from lower to higher orbit or higher to lower orbit. For hydrogen, z is equal to 1, so this equation becomes delta E is equal to E4m 8 epsilon naught square h square 1 over n1 square minus 1 over n2 square. This is equation number 12. Since you know this is a constant value, this E4m divided by 8 epsilon naught square h square is equal to k, which is equal to 2.18 times power minus 18 joule. So we will get the delta E is equal to k 1 over n1 square minus 1 over n2 square. Or you can say the delta E is equal to 2.18 times power minus 18 joule per atom, that is 1 over n1 square minus 1 over n2 square. Or you can say the delta E is equal to 13.3 kilojoule per mole 1 over n1 square minus 1 over n2 square. So these are the two formula which can be used for the numerical. So this is the energy, that is how much energy is required to jump from lower orbit to higher orbit. For example, in this case, n is equal to 1, this is the n is equal to 2. The energy is E1, this is the E2. The difference of energy is delta E. So this is the first orbit and second orbit. So this is about the energy, that is total energy which is required to jump from lower orbit to higher orbit. Frequency. How to calculate the frequency? You know that is a number of cycle per unit time is called the frequency. It is represented nu. According to the Planck quantum theory, delta E is equal to h nu, where h is the Planck constant, nu is the frequency. By comparing equation 12 and 13, so we will get that is h nu is equal to E4 m divided by 8 epsilon naught square h square 1 over n1 square minus 1 over n2 square. So now rearrange this equation. E4 m divided by 8 epsilon naught square h cube 1 over n1 square 1 over n2 square. So this is the frequency. This is equation number 40. Now the wavelength, which is given by lambda. So according to the Planck's quantum theory, that is nu is equal to c over lambda, where c is the speed of light, that is c is equal to 3 × 10⁸ meter per second. By putting the values of nu in equation 13, we will get the c over lambda is equal to, that is E4 m divided by 8 epsilon naught square h cube 1 over n1 square minus 1 over n2 square. So 1 over lambda is equal to E4 m divided by 8 epsilon naught square h cube c 1 over n1 square minus 1 over n2 square. This is the lambda. This is equation number, that is the 15. Let E4 m divided by 8 epsilon naught square h cube c is equal to RH, where RH is the Rydberg constant. Its value is 1.097 × 10⁷ meter inverse. So 1 over lambda is equal to RH 1 over n1 square minus 1 over n2 square. So the value become 1 over lambda is equal to 1.097 times power 7 meter inverse 1 over n1 square minus 1 over n2 square. So this is the wavelength. Now the wave number. That is the reciprocal of the wavelength is called the wave number. It is given by nu dash is equal to 1 over lambda. Now put in this equation, that is 16. Put in equation 16, we will get the nu dash is equal to 1.097 times the power 7 meter inverse 1 over n1 square minus 1 over n2 square. This is about the value. That is how to calculate energy, how to calculate the frequency. We can calculate the frequency by using this formula. This nu is called the frequency. And how to calculate the wavelength, we can calculate by using this formula. For numerical purpose, we can calculate by using this formula. The wave number, that is reciprocal of the wavelength, by using this. And this is about all the Bohr, radius, energy, wavelength, frequency and wave number. Allah Hafiz.